trading card games. A huge aspect of life that so many people seem to give little credence to. You know, the generic passerbys, the uneducated fool that can't really grasp just how truly important they are in our society. And of course, I'm not just putting trading card games under, a simple umbrella that you buy from the dollar store for, well, not $1 nowadays. It's a literal war crime what they're getting away with over there. That's a whole nother topic. But under the umbrella of trading card games, there are so many different sections that we don't even realize live under the surface. You have those that go to competitive events on a weekly basis at your local game store. Maybe you get to go to one a week or once a month. I know, your job at Domino's 6 out of the 7 days a week. It can be really hard to make time for your true hobby, your true first love. You go to your local game store, hang out with your buddies for a little bit, and those are where the stories, those are where the memories come in, And then you have the other group of people. A group of people that I don't think necessarily want to have the spotlight. Not like competitive players, right? These are people that are so antisocial and don't want to have any cameras on them at any time whatsoever. They'll literally go to stores and camp out there in the early hours of the morning, not to bother anybody. I mean, that's so self-sacrificing and so humble of them. They'll sit outside these stores and wait for the fresh stock of cards to come in just so they can get a chance to go in and get those last few cards they were looking for. I mean, gosh, these people are so timid and so laid back that they're willing to get into full-on fist fights, throw haymakers at each other just to show each other how calm and how cool and collected they are towards each other, and showing their support for one another and wanting to acquire these cards at these local game stores and, department stores and businesses across America. Those are just a few examples of, the different aspects of our hobby and what really brings it together into one solid mesh. If you didn't get the irony there and the joking there, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, today's video, kind of going off of the waiting outside and camping outside of stores, just to get some cards aspect of things. Today, I wanted to go over, because we've been talking about, for the past few months, handfuls of months, heck, 15 years, is what we want to see with Chaotic when it returns. How do we want it designed? How should it look? How should it play? All that other stuff. But we haven't really touched on where are we going to be able to acquire a lot of these things. And seeing as a lot of my content creator friends are, in fact, sellers and distributors of these cards as well for when the game returns, as well as a couple of other LGSs that, just happen to hop on or have talks with Panini and Brian Gannon and all these other distributors, right? I wanted to kind of go over and just give you guys a good solid look and a solid list at where you can actually acquire Chaotic when it comes out, or where we should be able to acquire it. Obviously, the scalpers got their death bots ready to be like, scalp, 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 scalp. It's going to happen to some extent, but hopefully we can make a difference in not making that happen, right? But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a few showcases of places that I would recommend, a few places that are currently available that you might not have known about, just so you guys have your best chance either worldwide or, locally of acquiring cards. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Kicking things off, we got Bulbasaur, or bulbasgames.com. Just real quick, all the different things that I mentioned in this video will be in the description down below, so you guys can go and check out these different stores, different websites for yourself. But I want to start off with Bulbasaur because most of us in the Chaotic community probably recognize the name. I bought plenty of things from him in the past, and super nice guy. Some of you might not know him. You might live under a rock with Patrick from time to time. But yeah, Bulba's a super awesome guy, and I wanted to put him first on the list just because he actually just opened a physical store location down in Texas. So if you guys are local, obviously his information will be on the website. Make sure you guys go in and stop by the physical location if you can. Show your support. We want this to succeed. We want our friends to succeed. And just go in, say hi, boost them around, and tell them I sent you, right? All right, jumping in here into the website, the chaotic section. Obviously, there are going to be prices for huge bundle type deals. You know, if you want a billion starter decks for whatever reason, or if you want a booster case, there are prices for that. You can judge for yourself what has better, you know, rates on different websites. But we're going to be looking specifically today on each of these websites, just what people got going on for the, you know, individual products, like one booster box, one starter deck, so on and so forth. But looking at the Dawn of Farum Secrets Decoded Booster Box on Bulba's website, we got $89.99, which is MSRP, baby, which we love to see. And again, $89.99 for booster box, unfathomable, right? You know, it's super cheap, super awesome, especially for a first release of a set for a, air quote, new card game. You're not, you know, it's not Pokemon where you're paying your arm and your leg on top of, you know, the $500 down payment, right? Just to get a booster box. So great price. Love that. And if we go ahead and take a look here at the starter decks, we have the Foundation deck, which is going to be $15. And then we just have the starter deck box, which is going to be $24.99. Again, if I guess the most relevant one here would be the booster case. We're looking at $539.99 for 6 booster boxes, which again, not a bad price at all. We'll see how prices start to get affected as, again, hopefully scalpers don't catch on or get a hold of this. Hopefully we can put a stop to it. You know, Area 51 raid, right? They can't stop us all. That type deal, right? But yeah, Bulba's got great prices, great guy, great store. I would highly recommend it. Next on the list, we got Codemaster Hard Rock, another name that you guys might recognize. I'm trying to get all my content creator friends out there first just because they've been here forever. They love the game just like we do, and I feel like it's a good way to help bring us all together again and really just show support for one another. So I wanted to give them first dibs and first place for all these different links before I get into, you know, the companies that we might not be aware of or the websites that, you know, are just now dipping their toes in the water, so to speak. So yeah, Codemaster Hard Rock's website, of course, again, will be in the description down below. We got Hard Rock Gaming Studios. That's the website for you. So let's go ahead and jump right in, see what Codemaster Hard Rock's got, you know, rocking. I couldn't think of anything else to say, okay? Don't judge me. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, first and foremost here, I'd like to clarify because I don't know 100%. I'll have to double check with Bulba. Just to make sure, and I'll, you know, I might even put it in here if I'm mistaken, but at least Codemaster Hard Rock, from what I've heard, he said he wants to try and make worldwide shipping possible on his store, because Chaotic's initial release for the Revival is going to be a North American exclusive, so I know everyone outside of the States, there is a love for Chaotic there, and I know you guys want to get your hands on some of these cards. I'm sure individually on, you know, case-by-case basis, they would love to make that happen for you. But at least from what I know, again, Bulba, forgive me if you're watching this and you did mention it. I just totally overlooked it. But Hard Rock at least said he wants to try and make worldwide shipping possible. So keep that into account when you're looking as either an inside the States or outside of the States viewer. So go ahead and hopping in here. We got the Underworld and Overworld starter decks, you know, respectively, looking at about $25 a piece. And what I do like about Hard Rock's website is that he does have that specificity with Overworld, Underworld, depending on what you want to get, right? And then looking at the booster box prices, we got $100 for a booster box. So looking, all these are flat numbers, you know, no $99.99. He's just going flat out with the amount. I'm not sure how shipping and everything is, but that's what the base prices are for stuff. So a little bit over MSRP for the booster box, but again, shipping and acquiring and all that, I'm not sure what type of deals people had, so take that with a grain of salt. And then looking at the Foundation decks, we got $12 a piece, again, for Overworld, Underworld. And then moving down here, we got the booster box, or a booster case, rather, for 6 booster boxes. You're looking at $600 for that. And then for the booster packs, which I like that he does have the ability to buy individual booster packs here, we got $6 a piece. And I actually believe Hard Rock is working on getting a physical store location as well. So obviously I'll give you guys updates on if you can go see him in person as well. But yeah, $6 for a pack. And then, of course, again, we have all the bundled up prices and stuff that you can look at yourself. But yeah, those are the prices for Codemaster Hard Rock. Super awesome guy. Again, make sure you guys show support to all of our friends out here, all of our content creators that we know and love and have come to know over the years. But yeah, Codemaster Hard Rock, awesome, dude. Can't wait to see what you get going on here with the Chaotic. So before we hop back into the video and we port back to Farum, bro, I just want to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Dubby Energy. Just partnered with them. My favorite flavor so far is actually the Rainbow Sherbet. You know, it's chef's kiss, something that Herkin himself would start salivating over. Because whether you're opening packs, building a deck, or spending 3 hours arguing over the fact that, Maxor can beat KO or vice versa, you're going to need some energy, right? W Energy is a powdered energy drink mix that is 0 sugar and 0, artificial colors, whatever the frick that means, right? I just don't have a need to even find the Kothica anymore, right? I don't need to try and understand it with my pea-sized brain, because W is just giving me all the stat boosts and energy I could ever need, right? And with 15 flavors, over 15 flavors, you can't tell me there's not something for each and every person out there, each and every tribe, right? I mean, I bet you Maxor is just slurping up on a sweet and sour blue raz right now, just as we speak. So whether you're battling in the dromes with your friends or just going on your next scan quest, make sure you guys check out W Energy and use my affiliate link and code Chaotic Daily for a total of 10%. That's more than 9 off of your whole order. Anyway, let's get back to Chaotic. All right, jumping out of your great-grandma's little, homemade knit little circle thing here, our group of friends that I wanted to shout out first. We go into the more, newer people throwing their hats into the ring, or the more larger scale business, air quotes, people that wanted to kind of partner with and sell Chaotic as well. And this is, of course, pre-sale. We got Steel City Collectibles, or steelcitycollectibles.com. Pretty comparable prices to some of the other places I've mentioned. Maybe a little bit more expensive, a little bit cheaper, but these are all pre-sale. So taking a look here at their Dawn of Farum Secrets Decoded Booster Box, we got $89.95. It's a few pennies cheaper than a couple places, but, tax, title, license, labor, all that fun stuff. We don't know how that'll pan out, at least with them, and what kind of deals they'll give you there. So yeah, $89.95 for a booster box. Then looking at the booster case, again, 6 booster boxes in one thing, we got $539.99, or 95 rather. Sorry, misquoted that. Don't want to misquote the pennies. But so $539.95 for that, not terrible. And then looking at it's actually the last one, as you'll probably see here. So if you're looking to get this, might be a little bit tight. We're looking at the starter deck box for $24.99. And then lastly, we go into the foundation decks, which are going to be $14.99. Their options aren't as wide as, say, Codemaster Hard Rock store, but they do have some of the exact same things. No one's leaving in or taking out certain things that, they're keeping for themselves. So Steel City Collectibles, pretty good store. Obviously, I don't have any connection to them like I do with the previous two, but definitely worth checking them out as well if you guys want to, go that way. Again, not sure if they do worldwide shipping or not, but definitely worth checking out. So shout out to Steel City Collectibles as well. And lastly here, we got ToyWiz.com. You guys have probably heard of them. You either love them or you hate them. You'll see they're probably not the best to go with. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, like jumping into the weeds here. Their booster box for Dawn of Farum Secrets, mind you, it's been around $90 to $100 so far. You want to take a guess at how much they are? $140 for a Dawn of Farum Secrets booster box, or sorry, $139.99. Save yourself a penny, man. Don't spend it all in one place. But yeah, booster box price is a little bit yikes. I'm going to be completely honest with you. And then even just looking at their foundation decks, which they don't have any big bundles like the other two. So their foundation decks, or not foundation decks, the starter deck box, you're looking at a set of 2 is $90. That's more than $40 per deck. Like, what? I'm not an expert at identifying scams, but this is pretty blatant. I'm going to be completely honest. I think realistically what I'm going to go for with this here is just a good example of where not to buy. I'll put their link in the description if you guys want to go and check them out, but I wouldn't recommend it, like, strongly. Like, I will send somebody to restrain you to make sure that you don't move your hand to your mouse on your computer and go to this site to purchase from there. But yeah, those are going to be all the stores that I have for today, guys. Kind of just compare pricing. And again, with ToyWiz, I just wanted to kind of show what good we have on one side versus the terrible, like, underworld stuff that we got going on the other side. The crime syndicate, right? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys find some good places to maybe pick up your cards as the game comes out. Definitely show some support to, our fellow chaotic community members first and foremost is what I definitely recommend. And Steel City is probably really good as well, so if they have any special deals, check them out as well. But yeah, that's all I got for today. As you guys hear in every other single video that you watch, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below what you guys think. Where will you be purchasing your cards? Have you found somewhere cheaper that I might not know about? Make sure you put links down there, man. Don't be holding out on us, okay? I'd also like to mention as well, with these videos, if you guys have any ideas of your own that you want to see put into a video format or something that you want me to talk about or any chaotic news that I might not be aware of, definitely let me know down below. I love getting your guys' ideas, love hearing y'all's opinions. And yeah, that's all I got. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Let's stay chaotic, bro. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.